Welcome back. This is Miss Faye, and this is my world. All right, today we have a letter from a young man, and he's going to let us know about his healing from trauma. Before we get started, I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all the new viewers, the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. All right, let's dive into his letter and see what he says. I wanted to say I support you. There will be no hard feelings about how you view my situation. Well, I know he probably said that because sometimes I can be very direct. But I don't like to pull punches. I just like to let you know what I think. And I'll see if we can go from there, okay? But I am very conflicted still about my sexual orientation. Now I am working on healing. But when I was 5, my uncle touched me. Sometimes I think he gave me oral too. You were a baby. This is very unfortunate that something like this happened to you. But usually these molesters, they molest children when they're that age, 4 or 5, and sometimes even younger. They are perverted and dealing with demons that would hurt a child like this. When I was 5, my sister was 9. She gave me oral after that. So this was a curse in the family. It probably was a generational curse, and it probably ran through your family for generations, this incest. I did the same thing to my little sister that was a year younger than me, and I told her I was sorry when we got older, and I still feel bad to this day as I grew up being an outcast in class. I was made fun of and felt like a target was on my back. Yeah, well, this trauma set a lot of things in motion for your life. I was a little person and was bullied when I was 13. I had a sexual encounter with another male after that. Okay, so now you're in your teens and you're having sex with other boys. And because it's probably easier to have sex with boys, I'm just presuming, because, at that age, you're playing sports with them all the time, and you're getting dressed in the locker, getting dressed and undressed with other boys in the locker room. So if any of them have the indication to be sexual, then they would make an approach during those times when you are together. You don't have that occasion to be with women in the same kind of situation where they're dressing and undressing and that kind of thing that you would have with other boys. I grew up with shame. Women were very, very attracted to me. Okay, so you must be a good-looking person. But I was too shy to go up and talk to the women. Well, did you just stand still so they could come up and talk to you? That works too. But it probably showed on your face how insecure you were. And that's why they passed you by. No woman wants to be with a man who's insecure. A woman wants to be with a man that she can feel safe with. He's the protector. But if you around looking like you need protection, well, then that's why women wouldn't talk to you. Okay? They could not see the trauma that you went through. And see, this is the thing. A lot of people who have gone through trauma think it's painted on their face or something, that everybody that looks at them can tell that this has happened to them. And it's not true. It's in your mind. You haven't healed from it. So you can build yourself up by healing from trauma. Then you can start rebuilding yourself. But don't just think that it's going to go away by itself. That's not going to happen. I had shame, and this is still bothering me today because I feel lost in the dating world. Like part of my soul is gone because the more I grow up, I hear about women being more experienced and upping their body count so that they make me feel insecure because I am not who they have been with sexually. Right now, I am 21. If you're just 21, you're just starting out. You're worrying about way too much. You need to get a grip. Number one, if you want a woman, let's get rid of these demons first. Okay? Because you have them. You have them from the trauma that you have endured most of your life. And this sexual abuse is indeed trauma. And like I said before, I think it's a generational curse on your family. Since your uncle brought it into your house, and now you're taking it, and now you'll probably carry it on unless you heal. You can break this generational curse by letting you be the last one. Don't sleep with any more men. Heal yourself right now. You don't even be thinking about having sex with anyone. Because if you do, the demons that are tormenting you right now will be transmuted into this person too. Now they'll have demons. Only because you're spreading that disease around. Let's look at the abuse itself and what effect it's really had on you. Being molested by a trusted family member, such as your uncle, can deeply damage a person's sense of safety and trust. See, you don't trust people because here your uncle is coming here and molest you. That killed trust right there. Trauma at a young age often affects how someone sees relationships, boundaries, and intimacy later in life. Yeah, because what you have experienced is just the sexual act. That's not real intimacy. That's not real caring. That's not love. You're just going through the motions. And that's it. Okay? This can also cause confusion about sexuality, self-worth, and identity. And that happens because your first experience was with a male. With a male. I think that's more damaging than if your first experience had been with an older female. Because the male confuses you sexually. Having sex with an older female will open up that sexual doorway too early, but at least your next experiences will be with a woman. But if your first experiences was with a man, you got a problem. Because that demon is always going to be sitting back there in the background saying, you remember me. Come on, let's do it again. You remember me. You understand? Until you root it out. All right. When children are exposed or initiated into sexual activity too young, especially with siblings or peers, they may develop guilt, shame, and fear around sex. Yeah, because if you're around having sex with your siblings, number one, you got to be sneaking around. Where the heck is mom and dad doing all this time? probably out having sex with other people. You understand? It's evil. And this evil is destroying the kids, exposing them to sexual activity at such a tender age. Tender. Okay? These experiences can blur the lines between healthy and unhealthy intimacy, making it difficult to approach adult relationships with clarity and confidence. Yeah, because you still trying to hide your demons. It's hard for you to be confident and to appear secure and safe when you're fearful, very fearful and full of guilt and full of shame. The fear of women may come from a combination of trauma, lack of healthy role models, and internalized shame. There is a worry about being judged, rejected, and even unintentionally repeating harmful patterns. That's what I was talking about. That demon is sitting right back there in the background, and he wants to continue. He wants to resume. Okay? In some cases, abuse survivors fear intimacy altogether because it feels unsafe or overwhelming. This is probably how you feel when it comes to women, because for you to engage with women is new territory for you. And I think you should take it slow. Now, this is my advice to you. Be a friend. A friend. If you find a female that you like, be a friend. And if you have the opportunity, be a best friend. You see, this will help you to be comfortable around women. Now, the thing about it is, I don't know your personality or anything, but when you find a girlfriend, don't you be a girl. You got to be a male. If you're wanting to date women, then you got to change that. I don't know, if in the gay world, or if you are the female or if you are the male. But if you are the female, you're going to have a problem. Because if you get around women, they're going to pick that up, that you're gay, and they're going to treat you like that. They're not going to look at you like a prospective date. Not unless you run across a lesbian who, or maybe not a lesbian, but, a woman that goes with men and with women, a freak show, if you want to live in that kind of world. But I get the idea that you want to heal. From your letter, this is what I get the idea. And that's why I'm telling you is to engage with women, you need to act like a male, not like their girlfriend. But be a friend. Be a supportive friend. Be somebody that they can come and talk to. Women love men who can support them. All right. But when you meet a woman and she puts you in the friend zone, don't be insulted. That's a plus for you, because this gives you an idea of how to talk to women, how to be around women. You will find it much easier for you to speak up when you see someone that attracts you. Okay? So there is hope, but you got to take your time. You must take your time. And on your healing journey, if I remember, you did say that you were on a spiritual journey, and I certainly hope that you are. And I hope during that spiritual journey that you meditate every day. Okay? And go out into nature and do it. Meditate, talk to the universe, put your desires out there that you want to be in a loving relationship with a woman, and you want this evil spirit to release you. And if I'm telling you, If you say it and believe it, it can happen. Just like that. Just like that. And I know on my past videos, I've told many stories of how miracles have happened in my life. And I'm going to tell you this short one, and then I'm going to close. When I was in college, I became a chain smoker. Every day I had to have 2.5 packs of cigarettes. And I smoked the whole thing. And if I ran out before the next day came, I would run around and try to find the butts in the ashtray and smoke the butts until, I had it bad. And one day, I just could not stand that smell. It was all in my fingers, all in my clothes, everything smelled like cigarettes. And I said, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. Please take this away. And I tell you, when I woke up the next day, the urge was gone, just like that. And that was, I'm not going to tell you how many years it's been since I was in school, but a long time ago, and I never touched another cigarette since then. So miracles still happen, but you must believe, and whatever you put in the universe, it needs to come from your heart chakra. This is what your intention, the force of your will to put it right in the universe, and you can have it. I hope that you understand the message today, and I really hope that it helps someone. Now, those of you who may have a question that you'd like for me to answer, my email address is in the description. I want to thank you so much for your comments. Thank you for your letters. And a very special thank you to those that leave a donation. I really appreciate all of you. I wish you all the very best. And I really hope to see you next time.